Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's week 2 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think...
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Conway, he finds his man, complete. That's long. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They run with Thomas, and he stopped immediately there. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Thomas. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. This is Thomas. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left.
And he will slide down with the first down for the moment. But a penalty flag on the field.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now a handoff up the middle. Meadows. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. It's loose, the ball bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken at the 15. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
They'll drop to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On first down, Conway. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fowler. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Conway looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on third down, Conway. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
20, 10, and they will score a pick-6 for the Texans TD. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll go to work with a little momentum following the free kick, 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw. Conway. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they will... throwing on first down. McLaughlin throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Vick. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And this throw a bit late.
From the gun on 3rd down, McLaughlin. Wide open receiver complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 18.
That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They'll try the left side. Vick. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. McLaughlin. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'd say the defensive coordinator got an answer to the question you know he had to ask at halftime. How will they come out here in the second half? They're not.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. That time, a 9-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On second down now, Meadows, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
14 yards in a Chicago first down. Back to throw. Newell firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Meadows. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 23. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Final minute now of the third quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 4 yards remain for second down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Meadows. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to 24.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And now out comes Houston.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They'll keep it on the ground. Vick, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On first down, Vick, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Up the middle they go. Vick.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Vick.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Texans on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This time it's 3rd and 3. And this one complete to Smith.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, Vick, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay a 3-score game at 24. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planned.